All right, I'm going to go through all the transmogs and show the ones that are still broken, unobtainable, bugged, etc. Um, Starting with swords, we have River Blue. This was for the console launch where it was console specific, so I couldn't get it. This is marked as a Twitch drop, but it never was. This is Ancient Family Tier 5, never added as an item. This was also the console launch. This was never added as an item. I'm assuming it's upcoming content or scrap content. This is upcoming content. This is the same as the other one. Tier 5 Ancient, never added as an item. Console launch. Console launch. Console launch. Tier 5 Ancient. Console launch. There's a lot of flails that are just broken. The fungal and the mossborn flail are really messed up. They're like tied to the wrong loot bucket and appearance. It's like one is supposed to be from the Spriggan event, the other one's supposed to be from M3 Genesis, and they're just messed up. So that's bugged. These were this one, 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 this one. Nope, not that one. This one, this one. Those ones are all never added. So there's no item for them. And they were never attached to any loot buckets. This was, I believe, supposed to be last winter event, but never got added. This is supposed to be linked to the Sandworm open world event, but never got added. This is a bugged appearance. It's not actually connected to the correct tier on the PvP track, so it doesn't drop. This is from console launch. This is from console launch. This got added after the launch of the game, and since it's like a tier 1, tier 2 item, they just never went and added it as an item to the appropriate bucket. This is upcoming content. This was never added as an item. Console launch, same as the other Blackbone, assuming it's upcoming content. Tier 5 Ancient never added. This one was never added to as a named item or to any loot bucket. This was from the console launch. This is connected to an item that isn't connected to a bucket, so it literally can't drop. This is from upcoming content. This was not a Twitch drop. It's marked wrong, and it never happened. This is connected to a bucket that has like bad tags, and it's actually like the drop table doesn't exist anymore. This is the same as the other Black Bones. Console launch. This has been in the game for a while, but there's no item connected. It says MTX, but no store has popped up. Oh, this is from console launch. This is upcoming content. I think it's an artifact. This is from console launch. This is from console launch. This is from there's an arena in Merkgard in Alpha that this is like the loot table still exists, and this is hooked up to only that loot table. And that hasn't been in the game for a very, very, very long time. So this one's really weird why it's still there. Console launch. So this one, and this one, they all share an icon, but if you look to the left, you'll see that their actual in-game appearance is different. They're just super bugged. Super, super. Like the whole thing just needs to be like completely overhauled for these three. Console launch. This is from upcoming content. I believe it's for the hardcore servers. Console launch. Yep. Console launch, console launch. This is meant to be MTX, but hasn't been added to the game yet. Been in there for a while. This is the same as the Greatsword, where low tier content just never got added since the weapon was added after the content was added. They just never updated it. Tier 5 Ancient. Console launch, console launch. Console launch again, tier 5 Ancient, console launch. Same thing. All the Ascendant stuff is the same situation. It says Twitch drop, but it was never a Twitch drop. And internally it's marked as like a season pass thing, but it was never in any season pass. Console launch. This one you had to have a code for. I didn't get the code. I think that's the only mountain run I didn't get. This one's upcoming content. This one was from the console launch. This one from this console launch. Console. This was never added to any bucket. There's no item associated with it. This is this was MTX, or it's marked as MTX, but it was never added. Console launch. That's it for those. So pretty much all of the shields that are bugged because the family, like for example, Abyssal would be associated with like the corrupted family, or Ethereally would be associated with the lost family. Immolated, corrupted, right? So because they're a higher, like because Kite Shields don't drop at a certain level, they like got bugged out when they were first made, and like nothing was ever added to make sure that they drop, so they're all just completely bugged. So every single one of these that I don't have are unobtainable. And then this is the same as the other Senate stuff. Round shields, same tier 5, never got added. Console. And then the same thing with the tower shields is what happened to Kite Shields, where like this is, you know, from a certain level of Angry Earth, but tower shields don't drop at that level, so they never got added to a bucket, which they should be at this point, because there's no reason for us not to be able to get these. And then all the other ones are just, yeah, there's a console. That's all bugged. Headwear, so we have all the Mempos. The Mempos were initially supposed to be, they're in the drop bucket for the arena in Eden Grove in the first like couple weeks or months of the game. So there's a chance that somebody out there has one of these, but they were removed about a month after the game came out, and they've never been added back into anything since then. So every single one of the Mempos is unobtainable. It's not connected to a real item. The item doesn't drop, etc. This is the same as the other stuff where it's not a Twitch drop, or it could have been a Twitch drop, but it never happened. So that's unobtainable for everybody. This is upcoming content. This Ancestral Hunter, so the whole Ancestral Hunter family stuff isn't connected to a bucket at all, so it doesn't drop. Let's see, this was supposed to be for the PvP season as a reward, but they never added it, because as you can see, the helmet that I'm wearing was the PvP season reward, and it's just the same appearance without the helmet part. But it's just not, it just never got added for some reason or another. This, I believe, is upcoming content. This is for the the hardcore server coming out tomorrow. This is for the faction event that was announced. This, all the Verdant Trapper stuff, it was a Twitch drop in the first couple weeks the game came out, like 2 o'clock in the morning NA time for just a few hours. So I unfortunately couldn't get that one. I was asleep. This is also from the upcoming faction event. The Thicket stuff is never added as an item or to any loot buckets. Same thing with Elegant Trainee. This is connected to an item that doesn't have a drop table. This is doesn't have an item, doesn't drop. This, I believe, is upcoming content, probably an artifact. This was the console launch. This was the console launch. This isn't connected to an item or a drop bucket. This never happened. Never got dropped. Like, it's not anything. A bunch of these are just, I don't know why they did this, but there's leaderboard stuff everywhere. This is upcoming content. Kind of hard to find the actual real skins and all this. Oh, this is not connected to any items or drop tables. I'm sure there's someone missing there. But, oh yeah. Yeah, same thing. This is like either future content or bugged out. I believe it's future content or future MTX. But yeah, I mean, I can't even see anything in that mess. I don't know why they did that. This is hardcore server. This is faction event, faction event, faction event, no item or bucket. Upcoming content. This is the Twitch drop I couldn't get. This is upcoming content. This is also the, oh wait, no, this is the Twitch drop I couldn't get. This doesn't have a item or bucket connected to it. This doesn't have an item or bucket connected to it either. This one doesn't, so this one's like weird because it's the same appearance as all like the early tier faction gear, but it's like separated somehow and it doesn't have an item or a drop bucket. So it's like the same appearance as all the tier 1 faction gear, but just a free color, and it's not connected to anything. This is a prime drop that never happened. This is not connected to an item or bucket. This is from the world boss events that's still going on. Just haven't gotten it yet. Let's see. This is upcoming content. This is not connected to an item or bucket. This is not connected to an item or bucket. This is from the faction event coming up. This is future content. This is future content. Faction event. Not connected to an item or bucket. This is from the hardcore server. That's not connected to an item or bucket. Faction event. This is the set that I never got to drop.
Use the fog to your...
And on the pants. This is not an item or bucket. This is future content. This never happened or is upcoming. Based on the theme for the thoracic stuff, it looks to be in line with the raid kind of era, but either it just never happened or got canceled or canned for some reason or another. This doesn't have an item or bucket. This is future content. This is hardcore server. This was the Twitch drop I missed. This is the faction thingy, faction of war, whatever. No item or bucket. Upcoming content. No item or bucket. Upcoming content, the faction thing. The faction thing. No item or bucket. No item or bucket. This drop never happened. It's not real. No item or bucket. Future content. Is there really one of those two? Okay. Future content. Faction thingy, faction thingy, faction thingy. I'm assuming that's later this season or season 9. No item or bucket. This was the Twitch drop I missed. This is upcoming content. No item or bucket. No item or bucket. Hardcore server. No item or bucket. No item or bucket. Twitch drop that didn't exist. Console launch, console launch. This one is, I'm assuming, upcoming content. Console launch, console launch. Console launch, console launch. Console launch, console launch. Same for that. Same for these two. And then this heroic one was never added to the game as an item. Or MTX. These are Twitch drops that never happened. For all of these, the gilded stuff, they just never did it. Yeah, that's all.